1978 to 82, Wisconsin D lineman Tim Krumrie, consensus first team All-American in 81. He recorded 444 career tackles, finishing as Wisconsin's all-time leading tackler. Tim, you started every game of your collegiate career, and when you think of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, how much they took pride in that streak of game starts. What do you think that says about the importance you placed on leadership?
Well, leadership leads by example. I always want to lead by example in practice and in a game. And that means I'm going to finish everything every time. For the youth, to the high school, to the college, to the NFL. When somebody asked me the question after a game, I always would go, please look at the film, write what you see. Write what you see on the game. That is so important. And to this day, when I walk into a room of high school, college, NFL, they know what they saw. And that was the message I have to the youth kids, the high school kids, the college kids, the NFL kids. If you can finish every game as hard as you can and every play as hard as you can, you will have success whatever you do. And part of that success goes back to my wrestling in high school, in college. When you go on the mat, it's one-on-one, and if you win, you have success. In the NFL, I took it upon myself to say, if I beat that guy every time, I will have success. Good little quick story though, I never played defensive tackle until I got to University of Wisconsin, and one day they came to me and said, Tim, we're going to take you. I was a linebacker, and I was going to be a traveling player. And I thought that was an honor. As a true freshman, I would have traveled. Wow. And next day, they said, you're going to try to play nose tackle. And I go, well, I ain't going to make any tackles making at nose tackle. They go, try it. Unfortunately, the starting nose tackle at the time got injured in practice. Next day, I was the starter. That was more wow. The biggest wow was getting called by the foundation when Barry Alvarez called me, and I drew blank, and it was wow. So that was cool, and the stats are all great. And I'm going to kind of end with one stat that I'm really, really proud of. As a defensive lineman, you have different, kind of hard to get stats like the offensive line guys have their stats too, winning blocks. And I'm going to give you a stat, and I'm going to end at this. And I want to say one thing before I end with this. I want to say happy birthday to my wife Cheryl. She's in the crowd. Anyway, here's a stat, and I want everybody to be. I'm so proud of this stat, and Pat will represent this stat too a little bit. In high school, in college, in NFL, I played 12 years NFL, 4 years of college, and 4 years of high school. I never missed a game. That is the proudest darn stat, you could have used another word, darn stat I ever had. But thank you to the foundation for having me, and all I can say, guys, is just, wow, it was great.
See, that word still works so many years later, wow.